Well, hello and welcome to Knife Delights. I've got a package here from Last Chance Knives, and I'm just dying to see what's inside of it. I did cut it open, but I haven't looked inside. I don't know what we got. I know we got a note right here on the top. I'll check that out here in just a moment. But let's take a look and see. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Hold on here. Let me get this stuff out. Oh my goodness. Make sure I've got everything. Okay. Last Chance Knives. If you don't know about Last Chance Knives, you got to go give him a look-see. Yeah, he's got a great channel, wonderful videos. He's very handy. He can do lots of things. He makes knives. He makes leather products. He just kind of does it all. He's a one-stop shop, I'll tell you what. And he's come up with this leather conditioner and corrosion inhibitor, food and skin safe. And you can purchase this on LCK Knives on Etsy, lckknives.etsy.com. And he's got it put in these little tins here. Look at this. Now, I've used this product before, but I think this is the new and improved product. Oh, this is very timely. Very timely, Ken. Thank you. And here's some of that conditioner, kind of in a tube here that you can use. And then in here, oh, he knows. He knows I love mineral oil. I think that's what's in here. Oh, yes. Knife flush and cleaner. I believe it's mineral oil. And look at these handy little dropper tubes here you can use. Oh, this is going to be so handy. Ken, thank you so much. As a matter of fact, I've got a project that I need to work on, and this is just perfect timing to receive this. Last Chance Knives. Okay, I'll be right back, folks. Well, in this video, I'm going to go over a couple of things. One is the use of Ken's products to help preserve a knife. Very easy, do it yourself. And also, I wanted to discuss saddle soap here just a little bit. When I did my original video on this wonderful USN Mark II knife, I discussed using saddle soap to clean the leather handles, the stacked leather. A viewer brought to my attention that in his research he saw that saddle soap was, well, could be harmful to the leather. And so I did some research on my own, and in fact, I found one article where it talks about the alkaline in the soap. It can get down into the leather fibers and it can make it deteriorate. So I went to the website of Feedlings, the saddle soap that I'm using right now, and they did acknowledge that with prolonged use or heavy use of the saddle soap, that it could start to deteriorate your leather. I am fairly confident that this leather handle can withstand just the small amount of saddle soap that I'm using on this, and to me, the benefits outweigh the potential risks. These handles were covered with a material to, preserve it initially. And, over the years, you've got a lot of hand oil. There's a lot of oil comes out of your hands, and there's salt in that. And this leather and the coating is meant to withstand that. So, to me, in the long run, it's best to use a little saddle soap, clean off all those years of accumulation of what knows could be on top of that leather. Yeah, it's true. Prolonged use and heavy use of the saddle soap might not be good for the leather, but I kind of equate it with every time the scientist comes out and says a certain food can cause cancer, and then they fail to tell you that, you need to eat like, I don't know, 500 servings of it every week for 50 years. So, yeah, that's where I'm at on this. Here we are taking a look at the knife. You can see on the one side I've already cleaned it with a little bit of mineral oil. And here I'm attempting to get rid of this little paint chip using a tiny screwdriver, being very careful not to scratch any of the metal. I kind of give up on it for a while, but I do eventually remove that little spot of paint. Just doesn't seem like it should go on that knife. So as we look around, though, on the rest of the blade, you can see the rust and the dirt and the grime on it. And you can see that side that I've already wiped down just a little bit. There's some rust and patina on there. And that is something we do definitely want to get rid of. So by using just a little bit of mineral oil and rubbing on here, we're going to get rid of all of that surface rust. And hopefully that mineral oil will soak down in there just a little bit and kind of help neutralize that any rust that may be remaining on it. Of course, we're not going to get rid of all of that by simply rubbing. But again, we're here to try to just preserve the knife, not actually try to restore it. This way we can get rid of the rust, stop further deterioration, and yet keep the character of the knife intact. So it's just a matter of rubbing around. Getting down here a little closer to the guard area and the tang area. Look at the difference right there. Makes a huge difference, just a little bit of effort. The reason I wanted to demonstrate this is because this is something you can do at your kitchen table. Not everybody has a workshop or an area like down in my basement here like I have to work on knives or other little projects like this. So this is something you can do at your kitchen table. You know, lay a towel down on top of the table or a newspaper, something, and you can just follow these simple little steps. Again, there's no odor to these products. They're all natural. So you're not in danger of putting any dangerous fumes, any bad odors into the air. Now I've been working on the scabbard here just a little bit. Again, using that tiny screwdriver, I've removed a whole lot of that paint off of it. That paint just doesn't look right on that scabbard or on that knife blade. So I wanted to kind of remove as much as possible, and I did. And again, I had a damp rag there. I had a couple drops of mineral oil on there to help wipe that paint off as I got it scraped. And I get most of it off. You have to look really close to see any of it, but it's not glaringly obvious like before I started. Now with this applicator, it makes it very easy. Just put a few little drops of the mineral oil down there. And this applicator is designed so that you can put a couple drops of oil down in the pivots on your slip joint knives and help them to operate a little better, get a little bit of snappability back, if you will. But it works wonders for this too. Look at that stuff. Yeah, that did not take long at all. And look at all that grimy, rusty stuff I'm getting off of there. It makes the lettering easier to read. But yet, it keeps the character of the knife and the scabbard. You can clean and rub on it over and over as much as you want. But I was just wanting to demonstrate here that in just a couple minutes how much nicer you can have this knife looking while preserving it. Okay, now we're going to switch to the leather conditioner. And he's got it in this nice tin here. What's nice about the leather conditioner, again, it's all natural products. So you can put it directly onto your skin. It's not going to harm your skin any. No odor to it. It's very easy to apply. And you can put it on. If you get it on too thick, well, you can just buff some of it out. Then you just want to make sure that you're hitting all the areas. Now the grooves in between the stacked leather there, it's kind of hard to get this stuff down in there, but you can do it. Just takes time. So with the saddle soap, removing a lot of that grime first, and then putting this preservative on there, it gets just a little bit of a sheen and a little bit of a shine to it. If there's any stickiness to it, well, as you handle the knife, or again, you can buff it, but as you handle the knife, it kind of blends in. The warmth from your hand helps that stuff just melt in evenly, I guess you would say. It removes the stickiness. Now, not only can you use this on the leather, but you can actually put it on the blade itself. And this is going to help keep this blade from rusting. And if you got like an old hickory knife or something like that that's made out of 1095 steel that will rust, every now and then apply a little of this onto that knife, because that 1095 will rust very easily, but this can help keep it from beginning to rust. Clean your knife off and put a little of this on, especially if you're going to be storing the knife for a while. Now again, here is the same product, the leather conditioner, but with this tube and easy applicator. Look at how simple that was. Again, just rub it around. Be careful, be careful. That blade is still sharp. Yep, and then I just kind of buffed off some of the excess. And this knife looks a whole lot better, and we've got some preservative on there. At the end of this video, I will put a link to my knife restoration videos. If you like these kinds of videos, why please make sure and check out my playlist. I have a lot of great videos there. I want to thank Ken once again for sending me these wonderful products. And make sure and visit Ken's Etsy page if you're interested in purchasing these products. So until next time, have a very delightful day.